So go ahead and fill us in. What are you working on musically at the moment?
Right now, I put the whole artist thing kind of like on the back burner at the moment. I'm focusing more on songwriting, hoping to get placements with more established artists, whether they're on the homeland or overseas. I'm just looking to kind of get my feet wet in that whole arena, and hopefully it'll bring me some success.
Oh, absolutely. Anybody you'd like to work with in particular?
I mean, there's a slew of artists out there that just like come to my mind at the moment. Like there's Justin Bieber that I'd like to work with, Bruno Mars, Katy Perry. Like her writing style is pretty dope as well. So it'd be cool to just kind of work with a wide array of different artists and stuff, and just kind of see what how I can grow as a writer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All amazing artists that you mentioned. So go ahead and tell us what inspires you when you write your music.
I kind of just look at personal experiences as well as like stories I've heard kind of like through either friends or even acquaintances or even just random people on the street, because I'm from the South, so I like to talk to different types of people, and just I'm very friendly, so I come across a lot of different types of people, and then you hear different stories, so you kind of pull from everything. Oh,
absolutely. Definitely. And tell us about some of your songs that you already have written. Where did those come from? Like, what inspiration? Like, Unforgiven? How about that one?
Unforgiven. Because the producer I was working with wanted to pitch a song to Justin Bieber. And this was back in the fall. And I guess Justin Bieber's team was looking for a Crimea River type song. So that's where I was like, well, I don't want to completely bite Justin Timberlake, but I want to kind of reinvent that whole song, which it is about infidelity and all that type of stuff. I've never experienced that, but I kind of just wanted to take that but change it a little bit.
Well, that's a good song. I mean, Justin Timberlake's song, like you said, I mean, it's so good that why not have another version as well? Why not?
Right. And Justin Timberlake, it's another person. I'm just like, where are you, dude? Like, I want you to come out with another album, and, it'd be awesome to work with him as well, too. I look up to him a lot.
Exactly, definitely. And then, what type of music exactly do you find yourself listening to?
To be completely honest, anything that's radio-friendly. Like, when I was younger in teenage years, like, I was into, everything. Like, there's, like, Incubus, all that type of stuff, but more I'm just trying to like really hone that radio-friendly sound and try to hone my writing skills into more mainstream type stuff. So I'm listening to Katy Perry, I'm listening to Justin Bieber's new album as well. Not all of it, but the stuff that I've heard is really dope. I mean, even Nicki Minaj, just all the stuff that's on the radio, all those artists that are killing it right now. I'm listening to those people to try to just be inspired.
How about today's popular boy bands, like One Direction? Do you listen to them, or The Wanted?
Yeah, all this, I haven't checked out their albums or anything, but their music is really, really dope. The stuff that I've heard on the radio, and those are some other groups that I would love to work with. I know they're working on new albums right now, so it'd be really cool to get a cut with them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we hope to see you right with some of these people.
God willing.
Absolutely. And also tell us, would you ever want to do something like go on American Idol or like do The Voice? Would you ever consider doing something like that?
I actually have auditioned for American Idol and X Factor, actually. I've gotten through a couple of rounds and everything, but at the end of the day, it's a fun experience. Obviously I didn't make it to like television airing or anything, but you have to kind of understand that whole like animal right there, because first and foremost it's a television program, and then secondly it's about like vocal ability and just musical prowess. So they really kind of look for the storylines first, and then afterwards they look for the talent. So it's a great opportunity, but they kind of get into those deals that are kind of one-sided almost. And if you take the traditional route, you kind of like either build your fan base first and foremost, or even take a writing route like say like Neo and Carrie Hilson. I feel like if you come that way, you have a lot more strength on your side, and when you do go to the big companies and whatnot, you have a lot going in your favor, so you kind of help yourself out initially.
Exactly. Yeah, well, it's nice to see when you build that fan base and then go in and just, like you said, I mean, that's great.
Yeah, like, here you go, cut a check.
Exactly, ready to go. Signed and sealed. Right.
And there's a lot of artists out there that are doing, that, and you see them on Twitter, you see the huge fan bases, and, it's just a matter of time before artists like that are really, like, they make it big, they get that major record deal, and they're out there doing their thing.
Well, to be honest, yeah, where would anybody be without their fans? Like, the fans kind of builds, you know what I mean? Without them, fame or not, like, you need those fans.
Yeah, they're there for a reason, and at that early stage, they're more like friends. And, rather than fans, they're there with you from the beginning, and it's like a extended family.
Exactly. It's great to have such a support team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now tell us, what TV shows do you find yourself watching on a normal basis?
It's funny. I do watch TV, not as much as I used to, but I find myself watching the Food Network a lot. That probably has a lot to do with my girlfriend, because she's, hooked on shows like Chopped, and just, like, I think it's Barefoot Contessa. I don't know if you watch any of these shows, but they're really interesting, and, if you like to cook, it's a great way to just, like, get tips in the kitchen and whatnot.
Oh, so you do like to cook, or you just like watching the show for the food, or?
I used to like to cook. Now it's just like, kind of like, I just want to go to McDonald's, or, order a pizza or something, There's just not a lot of time to sit there and, make something from scratch in the kitchen, but if I had time, I would definitely, make a pizza or make a hamburger rather than go buy one.
Exactly. Like you said, I know McDonald's, it's like 2 minutes drive-through, in, out, you're done.
Yeah.
Tell us, so you have Twitter and Facebook and anything else anywhere else people can check you out at?
Yeah, I actually have 2 Facebooks. I have one, just like a personal page, and then I have like a music page that I'm trying to, like, build my likes on. Do you need the hash? Can I
go ahead and tell us
that out real quick?
Links too, yeah.
The regular Facebook, you can add me at www.facebook.com/Alex Mauricio Music. And then if you want to, I'd really like it if you like my page. It's facebook.com/Alex Mauricio Official. So check me out on there. There's music, snippets, all that type of stuff. So keep in touch.
Awesome. So we're going to ask you about your Twitter now. How do you like using Twitter?
Twitter is awesome. I am not on it as much as I used to be because things have just gotten busy. Like I right now I have a regular, job, and then afterwards I have my, my music job. So it is constant. I get tweets to my phone and everything like that. I love it. It's a great way to just like, keep in contact with everyone just like instantaneously. But I just haven't been on there as much. I wish I could be on there like 24/7 in all honesty.
Well, tell us, do you have like a favorite tweet that you've gotten so far? Either yours or someone's tweeted to you, or?
There was one that I got recently. I can't remember who mentioned me, but she just said that she was having a bad day. She was listening to my music, and that kind of like soothed her and like calmed her down. So that was just one that I kind of favorited, and I was just like, really? Are you serious? Like, I'm nobody right now, and that just made my entire like month. So
wow,
it's really nice to see that type of like affection, like even right now in the early stages.
And then go ahead and tell us, so what's a day in the life like for you in the studio working on music?
It's hectic and it's stressful. So I go into the studio after like I've written songs and everything. So what I'll get is like producers that I work with. They'll send a track. I'll write it down. The lyrics, all that type of stuff. Create a melody. And I work with my girlfriend a lot. So we're a good team and we kind of like check each other on certain elements. But once we lay it down, like a rough reference vocal, we'll send it out. And they will either approve it or have some notes for us to kind of change little aspects here and there. And then once everything's good to go, then we'll go into the studio, cut it. If it's a female song, she'll cut it. If it's a male song, I'll cut it. And we're in and out of the studio in about 2 hours. So, we work pretty fast, but it's definitely a mission to get from point A to point B.
Interesting. Yeah, you filled us in on something new there. There you go. Cool. And we also have like a couple get to know you questions. So this is get to know Alex. First off, tell us, do you have a current favorite fast food restaurant?
Fast food restaurants. In-N-Out. In-N-Out is the bomb. There needs to be more in Southern California. I live in Los Angeles, kind of near the Grove, and the nearest one is in Hollywood, so it takes me like 15 minutes to get there when I'm having that In-N-Out craving. So, but yeah, long story short, I am an In-N-Out fiend. In-N-Out,
good choice. How about Chick-fil-A? You a fan?
Yeah, I'm really glad that they are kind of like branching out here in Southern California. Yeah, so they just built one in Hollywood, which is, it's right by the In-N-Out and everything. So, if I'm wanting like a chicken biscuit in the morning, I'll just get up a little bit earlier and then just go trek over there and grab one real quick.
Oh yeah, love Chick-fil-A. Yeah, like you said, thank goodness they opened them in California now. That's great. And then also go ahead and tell us, do you have a prized possession or something you can't live without?
Yeah, I do actually. My sister gave me this cross back when I was about 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I've kept it, intact, and I've worn it ever since, actually. I got it blessed because I grew up Catholic. So I never take it off. I shower with it, swim with it, work out with it on. And, my family's back home in Texas, so anytime that I feel like kind of bummed out or like I need family, there's photos and everything, but this is like something that's really sentimental and it means a lot. So.
Wow, that's beautiful. I was also going to mention to you, we like on your Facebook and Twitter that you always write, like, it's so nice and refreshing to see, like, if you're having a bad day, you say to people, you brighten their day, you're like, everyone have a nice day, and you're like, have a blessed day, and it's refreshing to see, so that's nice.
You got to pay the happiness forward because you never know who you're going to affect, so.
Exactly. That's great. And then also, tell us one thing we may not know about you.
Okay. Well, there's actually something that I mentioned, speaking of Twitter and all the social networking sites out there, a couple of weeks ago. I went through a chubby phase, actually. Like, from the age of 15 to like about 18. I had my last growth spurt like around 20, and I'm 6 feet, 160 pounds now, but my heaviest, I was like 210 pounds. And I think it was just a chubby phase. And a lot of people like looking at me now wouldn't really think, oh, you were once a chubster, but it happened and I got past it. So.
Wow, I know we couldn't even tell. Even now that you're telling us, it's hard to believe. How did you lose all the weight?
Well, back when I was about like 18, I just got to the point where I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on with my body right now. I never really was. I played sports growing up and all that type of stuff, so I was always in good shape. So that whole 3-4 year period when I was going through that, it really took a toll on my confidence, in all honesty. So, I just kind of, one summer I looked in the mirror and I was like, you know what? I have got to do something about this. I'm too young to, have my health kind of not so much deteriorating, but you're young, you want to be in the best shape possible. So I kind of just like put myself on an eating regimen and also went jogging for, at least 20 minutes each day. And, I wouldn't eat anything after a certain hour. And then in really like a 2-month period, I lost, I think, 40 pounds. So,
wow.
After that whole thing, I think my metabolism kind of caught up with my body, and the maintenance wasn't as strenuous as it needed to be. But yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that if you put your mind to something, you can achieve anything, whether it's like weight loss or even career goals, like everyone in this world has. So.
Very true. Like you said, yeah, you're such an inspiration. You're like telling people here, you put your mind to it. Like you said, you did it. You look improve.
The mind is just, more powerful than you think it is. So, People don't understand that sometimes, and when you're younger, you just sometimes you don't get it. But you know,
yeah.
well, lucky, it is.
Well, lucky you learned at such a young age, though, to control everything, to be focused and know what you want and go for it. Like you said, your dreams, everything. So that's great. And tell us, what's your diet like now? Do you like eating healthy at this point, or?
More of a mixture of certain kinds. Like everything is good. You know, in even proportions and everything. So like sometimes I'll pig out and you know get some McDonald's or Taco Bell or whatever, and then other times I'm just like, you know what? I gotta listen to my body. I'm feeling like I need to eat a salad or something. So you know, you go for the greens instead of the red meat.
Exactly. Well, best of both worlds, like you said. Awesome. Well, thanks again for talking with us. Is there anything else you want to tell everybody that you're up to now, or?
I think that's it. Just, you know, stay tuned, and I appreciate everybody's support. You have the best, you know, friends out there. All the Twitter support, all the Facebook support is awesome. Just thank you guys for being there for me.